Here is how Bernstein is changing that. Please join in welcoming Mr. Michael Bernstein.
There we go. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Thank you. Well, thank you for everybody, and I really appreciate listening to the presentations and what people have to say. My presentation is going to be a little different. I don't have PowerPoints or slides. I have, I think, a pretty interesting story. So where my story begins is I want you to think about every time you open up a can of beer. And every time you open up that can of beer, a few trees disappear, believe it or not. And the reason is that almost every product in the world, beer, furniture, food, it moves on a pallet. And the average large beer company, believe it or not, uses a forest a day to make pallets to ship their beer. Now, the pallet industry alone is about 80% wood and 20% recycled HDPE. And it is shifting more towards HDPE. And what happened for me is I was on a tour of a craft brewery about a year ago, a little more. And craft breweries are very interesting because they're very much about recycling. They want to recycle their hops, their water, and be as carbon neutral as they possibly can. But then upon going through this tour where you're, tasting the beer all the way along the line and you're listening to their stories, I see in their packing section, all the beers are being put on virgin wood pallets, which are not recycled. So I had a question, obviously, that went through my mind. Now, I've been in the textile and apparel industry my entire life. I've crossed over at times into the polymer world where I created the first patient gown with a plastic snap that could go through an MRI machine. So I'm a little familiar with the polymer world. So I started to think about how can we use cotton waste to make pallets, which is a $66 billion industry, or plastic hangers or plastic furniture. And I created a product that does exactly that. So just to give you a couple visuals, what I started with is this, which is cotton waste. And factories all over the world generate this cotton waste daily. And there's only one solution for all that cotton waste. And it gets burned every day. And the same thing is happening in fast fashion with apparel, where it's getting buried or burned. And what the world has been trying to do is figure out how to recycle this waste and this apparel back into a textile yarn. And it's extremely difficult, and nobody has really found a solution to perfect it economically and make it viable. So my aha moment goes back to that palette. And I realized I could take cotton waste and blend it in a twin screw thermal compacting machine, okay, with HDPE, and create a new plastic that has never been created before. Okay. And these pellets can then be, if you can see this, injection molded into anything. Okay. So now what I've done is I've created a solution where I can take, and I'm ramping this up, pretty much all the cotton waste that exists, form it into a plastic that has never been created before, provide carbon offsets, which is very important to Europe right now more than any other parts of the world, where laws have been passed where companies need to calculate their carbon footprints, offset it, and if they don't, they're going to face tremendous penalties, and begin to find solutions and present them to
Sorry to
companies
interrupt,
which
sir.
were uh-huh,
Actually, your slides are not visible.
are what is not visible.
Your slides are not visible, sir.
I still don't understand the word.
Your presentation slides are not visible, sir.
I don't have presentation slides. I'm
Okay,
talking.
sir, you can continue your presentation.
Yes. My presentation is a discussion about how this is going to change the world. And the world has a big problem with climate change. And trying to find a way to stop burning, burying apparel and waste and creating it into something new that the world needs. And Europe is on the leading edge, realizes this is incredibly important. The Scandinavian countries within Europe are far more advanced than anybody else. And that is what this product is doing and will continue to do. It's I've now filed my 4th patent pending on it. We are working with companies in each one of these industries to bring this to the market. This is one of my first presentations at an event like this, so I'm excited to talk about it. My company, again, is called Bernastic, BERNASTIC. My email is michael@bernastic.com. And if anybody wants to talk more, please contact me. And if you have questions, I'd love to answer them right now. It's a pretty complicated process. So I made it, a little high level. But what I've begun to do is merge 3 industries: textile and apparel, polymer industry, and the agricultural industry in terms of machinery and equipment. Brought all these industries together to create a new product to help with climate change and reduce carbon footprints. And I think that one of the big things that's different about this is the crossover of industries. And oftentimes, we all become very myopic in our thinking, and we don't look at other industries and other areas to try to create something new and solve a problem. And I think that more of that will help move us forward as a society to solve some of these problems. That's what I got. And any questions?
Thank you, sir, for your insightful keynote. Participants, if you have any questions, kindly raise your hand.